Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lucy and I have been crocheting for over 20 years now. I have recently seen on TikTok a trend of people doing their crochet hot takes, and I wanted to make a video of my hot takes and my opinions to share with you, the community, and to hear your opinions. I'd love for you to comment and let me know if you agree or disagree, or if you have your own hot take. I'd really love to know. So do comment, and yeah, let's get started. So first up for me is I never use black or white yarn. I say never, I have used black in certain circumstances. A Halloween bag I made, for example, required black. But when making any design like a blanket or something that has multiple colours in it, I would never use black or white, particularly white. I've never used white because it's harsh, and I think it clashes with all other colours. There are so many light colours you can use in exchange of white. Creams, let me show you something they have here, for example. You could class this as white, but it's not. It's called parchment. It is an off-white and it complements the other colours. It's a tonal thing. Tonally it complements other colours. An off-white or a slightly cream colour will always go better with any other colour than a white, because it's stark and harsh, and I think it clashes. And same with black. I would rather use a dark navy, a dark brown, a dark maroon, anything really dark that's close to black but not black, just because of the harsh comparison to other colours. I always believe that you should go with a softer tone because it's easier on the eye. My second hot take is that you don't have to use expensive yarns. I've been crocheting for over 20 years and I have only ever really used acrylic yarn. Just because of the way my life has panned out, I haven't yet been able to afford these really super expensive yarns, certainly not to experiment and play with designs. I couldn't be spending £45 on a skein and finding that I need 3 of them to complete a project. It's just not something I've been able to do. So I've always used acrylic yarn, and everything I have ever made has been lovely, and I've sold a lot of crochet work in my time and no one has ever been upset that it's been made out of acrylic. So if you're struggling to afford these expensive yarns, as beautiful as they are, and I'm not saying don't use them, if you've got them and you want to use them, then good for you. I'm hoping to hop on that bandwagon soon, but there is nothing wrong with using cheap acrylic yarn. If your skills are good and the pattern is good, it'll come out nice. You can get some really good quality, very cheap yarns. Yarn bombing. I hate it. I know it's really popular and I know it's meant to be cheerful and community building and all that stuff, but I think probably 95% of the time it is done badly. It happens a lot in a local area near me. They do a different theme almost every month, but it doesn't work. The people who are creating the crochet pieces to wrap around a lamppost, they all create a strip of colour and wrap it around a lamppost, and it looks like someone's dropped their scarf and someone's tied it up for them to find. I think if they put a more thought and energy into it, they can actually create a piece that fits the lamppost, that has a lot more effort put into it. And I think it actually just looks messy and like littering, in the same way that some graffiti can. Done well, it can be incredibly beautiful. Done badly, it just looks a mess. Facebook groups. I used to love Facebook groups. They were brilliant for community, talking to each other, showing each other what you made and sharing patterns and things like that. But now they are just filled with this AI rubbish. And it's not even the AI rubbish that bothers me so much. It's the 200 comments. That's beautiful. Do you have a pattern? Oh, I love it. Well done. Especially when these posts are put up and they say, my husband hated the colour. My sister told me I would never be successful at this. And then they put a picture of clearly a fake outfit for a baby that is far too detailed and complicated, and they're moaning that my sister told me the colours were ugly. And then there's all these comments from these poor people who fall for it every time. You know, oh, you are good, it is clever, it is beautiful, I'd love the pattern, oh, great work. It's crap. It's not real. And I always think, aren't these Facebook groups, don't they have admin? You know, you see these posts and they're in 4 or 5 separate groups. None of the admin, some of my posts don't get through because I use the wrong wording or something, yet these posts always seem to come through. And it really gets my goat, quite frankly. I think the AI art is not the thing that annoys me. It's the people falling for it, because the AI art can be quite inspiring. You can look at something that isn't real and get an idea or a glimpse of inspiration from it and then turn it into something that is real. So that isn't the thing that bothers me. It's the people who fall for all this rubbish, all these stories. Oh, my husband doesn't like my crochet. It actually really annoys me, you can probably tell. Variegated yarn. I very, very rarely see a project that comes out nice in variegated yarn. You see people put so much effort into creating something. They've worked so hard on it. The stitches are neat and it's beautifully made, but the yarn, where it just has random colour changes and spots, and you know, it could be a hexy cardigan and it starts off beautifully purple and then bright yellow for 5 stitches, and then it just looks messy. It spoils the hard work I think people put into it. I've not actually ever seen anything in variegated yarn that I like. Colour changing, ombre yarn, lovely. Yarn that has colours that change in waves and they blend in and out from each other. It can be exquisite. But variegated yarn, where the colour just stops and you get another colour and then another one, and it doesn't quite fit into your design, you're making a square and it only goes halfway around, and I think it looks a mess. I don't like it. If you've made something with variegated yarn that you really love, do comment, because you know, I'm absolutely open to have my mind changed about this one, but in my personal experience, I can't stand the stuff. Lastly, it is, I feel nervous to say, because I don't want to be mean about anyone. You know, this is just my opinion. If your opinion is different, please just ignore me. But market stalls that all sell the same amigurumi pickles and octopuses that look like a little blob with eyes. I'm sure once upon a time they were really original and really cute and sold really well for people, but I think whenever I go to a market stall and I see crocheters, it's always the same products. And I don't know how many little, I don't know, chicken nuggets do people really want to buy? There are so many things you can make. Why don't you make some lovelies for babies, or some booties, or handbags, or I don't know, scarves, anything else. I just think I think when something has been done a lot, it quickly loses its appeal, and when someone has seen it a lot, even people who can't crochet, if they see the same product over and over, it looks mass produced, even though we know it's not. So I don't. I know a lot of people do those, and I really don't want to put anyone down, but I do think there's so many ideas out there, so many different things you could make, that maybe it would be nice to see some crochet stalls with some different things. So there we have it. Those are my hot takes and my opinions on crochet. I'm sure I have more, but that's it for today. I've really enjoyed making this video. I hope you've enjoyed it too. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd like to know whether you agree or disagree. I'd love to know if you have any hot takes that you wanted to mention, that maybe I could make another video with your hot takes and we could discuss that. I'd really enjoy doing that. So do leave a comment, and I shall see you again very, very soon. Have a great day.